in the state of Tennessee. And let's see, Phil, if we can pick up with you this morning, and to have you to talk to our audience this morning about some of the issues that you have to face if you have to pay child support, and how long that child support can be, and et cetera. And then you say as much as you wish to about it over the next 10 minutes. And then Mr. Watkins will end us for the day with some of his observations in reference to it. Let's do it from that perspective.
Right now, child support, currently you got to pay child support as long as that child is attending high school or they go to college, you still got to pay child support. And which in terms of that, it hurts the father, it hurts the whole family. We're trying to keep families together. We keep unity in the family, the mom and dad not arguing, everybody having, you know, getting along. The kids can be more productive going to school. They're not listening to argument all night. You know, the dad and mom having, everything's going all right. But with this child support how it is now, it's just too much chaos in the home. The father not making the money he's supposed to make. He better can take care of himself. Then the state taking half his check, so he coming home with a half a check to take care of his family of 3 and 4. So that leads them to a broken cycle of despair. I mean, you know, alcoholism, drug addiction, all that, you know, comes in a part of it because the man get to the man, what can I do? You know, I'm just out here, you know. And we're just trying to change a lot of that. We got a program now. We're trying to do it 90 days. Get each father 90 days. No child support. 90 days to get themselves together. Get a job, get yourself together, stand up. And then the child support can start taking something out, you know, work out a little modification program with the father, but you can still get a mother $100 a month. But that's a whole lot better than taking a man, half a man check. You know, it's giving a man some kind of hope that he can be productive, he can go home, he can buy his kids a decent pair of shoes, you know, diapers or whatnot. But right now, how they got it, we just losing battle. You know, we have to reform this.
And so, Mr. Watkins, there are a large number of men, not only African-American men, but specifically we're concerned about African-American men today in reference to what we're talking about here. But there are a large number of African-American men that get caught up in this system of child support. If they get a job, you're telling us, then whatever that pay is, the state intervenes and takes part of that money before he could get the. Is that what we're saying here?
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, when a man comes, you know, goes to court, I've been in court situations where a judge actually told me, I'm living in the household with my kids, the mother and everything, and asked me was I paying child support, and I said, yeah. I'm thinking they're going to say, okay, you in the household, so we're going to stop it. He asked the mother, was he helping? He told me, yeah. Turn around, the judge told me keep paying. You know, that's just one of the situations. Another situation is when a woman can call, a man can get out of jail. After he done his 81 days, 82 days, he can get out of jail, and they'll give him a review date to go back to court. And in that review date, that woman has the ability to call the judge and say, I want to speed up the process. So if that man doesn't have a job within that time the judge has allowed, well, guess what? He's going out back to jail.
And so child support in the real sense has the ability to land folks almost immediately in jail, and then take half of the paycheck. And
on top of that, not only that you go to jail, but you also still pay child support.
Yeah, child support still accumulating.
So it's a law, they say, and there's nothing. It doesn't stop. It just does not stop. Just because you sit up there doing 90 days, 80 days, 6 months, 8 months, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna keep paying. You still gonna keep paying in one way or the other. While you sitting there in jail doing nothing, or you sit out here in the streets doing nothing, they still gonna want that money.
Now the state done away with the father. What's going on with the kids at home then? You know, the father not here. What's going on with the kids? The son growing up, he watching the neighborhood drug dealer. The daughter growing up watching her brother with the money. She want a boyfriend with the money now. So go to a broken cycle. Here she goes, she's in the projects, she's pregnant with a couple of kids, the cycle continues. We have to reform this child support, but like you said, the black man, we're in trouble. Yeah. We won't have a second generation. How things going now? We got too much going against us as it is. You know, we're trying to stand up and man up. We going out here every day, we feeding the homeless. I mean, we buy with our own personal money, you know, socks, t-shirts, take to the homeless camps. We feed them hot dogs, hamburgers, you know. We go to the inner city, take over the kids, reading books at schools. We're doing all this to show the kids that, you know, They look forward to seeing us. We got a junior Firebird football program coming up out of Pearl High School. With those guys every day, the little fellas, we teaching them along the way, you know, how to man up, how to be young men, you know, by reading skills and math skills. So it is things that men can do out here that we are positive. You know, instead of keep getting a bad rap for all this violence, it's good men out here, and we just want to be known.
You know, I mean, you know, and then another thing about it, the state does also use the child support system. They make it seem like it's benefit the woman, but they also what is also doing is manipulating her to get that man out the house because they'll tell the woman, okay, well, if he's not, well, we're gonna make him pay, or we're gonna send him to jail. And by the time the woman's got fed up with so much stuff, you know, her mind is going in a whirlwind, and she's looking like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? So when the argument started inside that household, when that fighting started in the household, then that man is pushed out that household, and if he starts getting on his feet, trying to do better, that woman gonna want a piece of it right now. And say, well, he got it, we need to go get it right now. So you got to give a person a chance enough to say, hey, okay, you got to let a man be a man and let him in his household and work it out. Because you keep pushing him outside the household, you just continue destroying that house. And when you do that, then that's when you're going to see a whole lot of jail system filled up. I look at this, you know, I think they building up another jail right now.
Modern day slavery.
Well, look here, is there any effort, and I think that you've already mentioned that there's an effort on your part to deal with the state legislature to pass a law and et cetera. What would such a law be like? And what would such a law say?
There'll be a 90-day program. In this 90 days, a man can man up, get a job, get himself together, get housing, get adequate clothes to go get a proper, you know, a job, a better job if need be, where he can reach a child support level or balance out. Okay, within this process, each month he would get a mom in return $100. You know, he's trying to get himself back up, just redeem himself. You know, that's what we got to do. We have to have that 90 days before they got a bill out now that's saying, when you go to the custodial parent and y'all can make an agreement to pay your child support on time for a year, and they'll waive all your back pay. But these men need some immediate. You know, what if they don't have adequate shoes to go to an interview? Give them a chance to get on their feet where they can be productive citizens, and then go into it.
A person who might be arrested, Mr. Watkins, we're saying, for not paying child support, that he serves his time, and as soon as he's out of jail, he's been in jail for whatever that time might be, and as soon as he's out of jail, he has to immediately start paying child support. That's right. Is that what we're saying? And that's why you feel that there ought to be some kind of reform within the system.
Help us out. We gotta give us a time frame. You know, 90 days. We can get out, get on our feet, get a nice decent job, get adequate clothing. You know, to be productive. If you're just coming out of jail, you're behind. You know, everybody needs a system. Sometimes there's a lot of men who didn't choose the right path, but a lot of men who have. You have men in the household that's all working, that's all taking care of their kids, and they still is in the child support system. You know, so it's a no-win situation for us.
So it's a real problem when a mother decides that she's going to have that individual, her husband, to pay child support. That has created a real problem for him. Is that what?
Oh yeah, because you're taking the man's self-esteem away from him, because you know, a man that's living inside a household, taking care of his kid, prides himself off of that. You know, and when you keep talking about money, and then this man go out and work a legal job, and you make him feel like, hey, it's not enough money. You know, you take his self-esteem down to where that'll break a man down to the point where he stop doing other